Hello and welcome for our weekly tarot. We are with tarot again. I'll show you my lovely old box. I've gone back to my old faithfuls. I really love this deck. I really, really love this deck. It's so familiar and it's like an old friend, to be honest. Interesting card. Interesting card as we're coming into January. And here it is. It's one of the trump cards. And so it's the moon. Very different to the moons in other tarot deck, because the moon is actually not really situated in the card. We do have the sun and the moon, so there's the dark and the light in this card. And we've got our brain waves. We've got our two towers there with the Anubis, the Greek god there, holding the masculine and feminine together in his hands. The moon is about our dream state, and it's about the illusions that we hold in our waking state. So with the moon card, we need to really think about how realistic are we being with ourselves? How realistic are we being in talking our truth? Are we living our dream life? Are we deluding ourselves in some way, shape, or other? Or is someone else being deceitful? So there's a lot in this card. There really is a lot in this card. So we're going to look into the back of the card and then stepping forward. So in the back of the card, there is the moon, just symbolized at the top, at the top of this card here, just in here. And the moon is a place that is not very well explored in terms of what we know about it. We've certainly visited it as a human race, and we gaze upon it every evening when it's visible, whether it's been a tiny sliver of a moon, a new moon, a half moon, a quarter moon, a full moon, whatever it happens to be. And it reminds us that there is more to this world. When it illuminates the sky at night, it allows us to send our superconscious mind out into the universe, and it gives us a space and time to just reflect. But in our dream state, in our dream states, we go through different brain waves of types of sleep, whether it's REM sleep, whether it's that delta, that really deep sleep state. Theta is slightly in there. It's not quite a sleep state. Alpha is when we're fully awake. So in our dream state, we oscillate through our day, and our brain is defragging information and putting it into context so that you can completely empty the old grey cells from what we've visually and sensory been impacted by, what we've seen and smelled and what we've touched and what we've recognized, what we've heard. And in our dream state, it's really important to take time to hear what is being said to us in forms of messages, in forms of guidance that you may get. I know for myself, my pattern for good sleep is that I go to bed watching something really funny, because that's what I want my brain to sort of really link into. So I don't watch horror movies or anything like that. I'll watch something funny. So when my brain sort of hits the pillow, I will go to sleep in a nanosecond, because I'm really relaxed. I'm not overly thinking. I haven't had to focus, concentrate too much on a funny program. I've just sort of let it pass my vision, really. Then I get to that sort of 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, and that's when I'm coming out of that really deep sleep into where my conscious mind is just beginning to become aware of my body, of my breathing, of my posture. And that's when I allow my subconscious mind, superconscious mind, conscious mind all to start to connect. And that's when I start getting real messages for my guides about what my day is going to be, where I'm going to be, or people that I need to connect to. They all come in at that sort of that witching hour, that sort of 3, 3:30, right the way through to 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm starting to precog what is going to happen. In your dream state, so we look at the physical realms of dream. Are we living the dream? Are we actually achieving our dreams? Are we attaining our dreams? So in this physical world, this card is really asking you to peel back the rose-tinted glasses so that you can really see the truth. And I know I've been there myself, where I get so hooked on pet projects. And it's my dream and this is what I want to do. And then I've had to have that reality check, taking the rose tinted glasses off and go, well, actually, it's just not working, Phil. So you're going to have to start again. So in this physical world, where are you? Are you deluding yourself? Do you need to have a bit of a reality check? And that's what this card is actually asking you to do. So in the light of day, does this look the same or does it look different? You've got to really think about that. In a spiritual sense, when it comes to looking at ourselves as a personality, are we deluded? Do we think we're a really good person and then actually we're not? Our behavior doesn't reflect that we're a really good person. And I know I've had to really bite that bitter pill myself on some of my behaviors, especially as a child. So I've had to do a lot of forgiveness work on myself for those behaviors. I've had to ask for forgiveness on those that I've maybe not been as pleasant a daughter or a stepdaughter or a granddaughter or a friend as I could have been. So I've had to rip that bandage off and really do some deep healing work. And it's really difficult sometimes when we have to take a hard look at who we are personality wise and really come to terms with aspects in ourselves that are not good or not what we think they should be. So I feel this card is really asking you to dig deep, to think hard, to remove any delusion or illusion that you have about yourself so that you can start afresh, so that you can do the healing work and that you can become the person that you want to be. So be really aware of that. The moon card, dream state. Are you using your dream state to the best of your advantage? Or if it is your personality wise, do you need to change some aspects of yourself? Are you under some illusions? Because the moon does cast lots of shadows over us, and we need to sort of think about that when the time is right. So until the next time, we'll see you next week here on our Friday Tarot card. Until then, take care of yourself. Bye for now.